guys, I'm Journey from Journey's Hobbies, and I hope you guys will like this video. Hopefully you'll like and subscribe and turn on your notification bell. So in this Crochet Podcast Season 2, Episode 2, we're getting into, I'm looking at my notes just to make sure I stay on track. That's why I'm looking down here. We're going to be talking about all my favorite crochet gifts to make during the holidays. Tips for planning gifts, how to make gifting less stressful, and some fun stories possibly about last year that may or may not be so fun. I'll let you guys decide. So I love making homemade gifts for people. I love it because it is so versatile. You get to make something for that person. And when I personally make something for somebody, especially in crochet, I think about that person while I'm making it for them. So it's even more special for me. And I love it. For the last couple of years, I have crocheted and knitted on my machine projects for my family. It was cat ear beanies that I started off with, and then I got into some little random things like some scrunchies, some stuff like that. And then last year I did knitted scarves. A lot of my family members liked them, but I think some of them did not. So some of them will be getting something different. Plus, this year I actually have a job, so I have the money to buy people things that they may enjoy more, or just give them money because I don't know what to get them or make them. So there's that. The stresses with how to avoid stress when crocheting or just making anything for your family members or your friends. Honestly, you should probably ask them before you even start making them if they would like whatever you're going to make for them. If you know 100% for sure they would like whatever you're going to make for them, then make it. If you already know that person, y'all are very close, I would say just make it. But if you're not so close, where you're like, would they really like this or would they not? Then you should probably ask to save yourself the trouble from them not liking it, and then you feeling bad that they don't like it, and then feeling bad that you spent your time on this and your money and they don't like it. So save yourself the trouble and see if they actually like it, what you're going to make. Maybe show them a reference photo or just give them an idea a few months ahead so they probably forget when the time comes, and then, all is well. I will say another thing with crochet gifts, it is very easy to be like, oh, I still have time, I'm not going to do them, I still have time. Time is running up. You don't have enough time as you think. Honestly, that's why I do Christmas in July. I make most of, not all. This year I didn't really go heavy on the Christmas in July thing this year, but last year I finished almost every single project in July. You can even go look back on my channel. Those are some very choppy videos that actually don't go and watch them. Please don't. But it was nice to be making things for the people I love, especially when I know they're going to use them. I try to make things that are useful and versatile and colorful to match that person. Like my brother's girlfriend is getting things all blue this year. I actually specially bought the yarn, which is actually not on this shelf. It's on this one, this yarn right here, and a matching hat with it. She loves blue, so that's what she's getting. And my sister-in-law is getting something that is crocheted, but I actually did not make it. I got it at an estate sale. So yeah, and my brother's getting something, and my other brother, I have not made his Christmas gift yet, but it is a scarf with a matching hat, as well as my dad. My mom, I made her a scarf, but I'm also going to use this yarn and make her a little lap blanket thing. She actually said that's what she wanted, So I'll be sure to make that. I'll definitely have enough yarn. I hope I don't have any leftover, but I may. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna do like the granny square stitch and go with it instead of like a regular like chain and then all that. I think I'm just gonna go and go and go and go until I don't feel like going anymore. So there's that. Also, I think like we get very carried away with the holiday season and don't necessarily take into account our own, personal wellness with it. I will admit I've been very sick lately. Just a cold, I'm okay. But it has definitely taken a toll on my crafting and especially my crocheting because I feel like that takes a lot of energy out of me some days. And so I've not been working on my Christmas gifts for my family members, but I will be soon, don't worry. So yeah, I also think that if you're going to crochet somebody a Christmas gift, definitely buy the yarn ahead of time, because during the Christmas season, I won't lie, everybody's forgetting yarn, everybody's running out of yarn, they're playing yarn chicken, they're, Christmas Eve, they're still working on crochet gifts, and I'm sorry, but that is too much stress for me. I will literally have a heart attack at my ripe age of 17. Like, no ma'am, no sir. So definitely get more yarn than you need, and then just find projects that you can use leftover yarn for. Like, I make scrunchies. I make a lot of scrunchies because I have a lot of leftover yarn. So, it's fun. And yeah, I really think you can do a lot of customization with crochet. I know also, I just realized I am not crocheting right now. In my crochet podcasts, if you are not new here, you know that I crochet during my podcasts. Well, I am not feeling the best, and neither is my arthritis. So, yay. Yes, I am 17 with a form of arthritis. So, yeah. I also want to say, if you don't celebrate Christmas, that is perfectly okay. Me and my family do. But you can also take this video into account with any type of gifting. Birthdays, Hanukkah, I don't know any other holidays. I'm so sorry. And stuff like that. So if you don't celebrate, you can still just, be there with one another. And I also want to point out Christmas and, Thanksgiving and the holiday time. It is not about the gifts. It is not about the presents. It is about being with your family and the people that you are around. It doesn't even have to be blood family. You choose your own family. It can be your friends, your neighbor. I feel like the holiday is the time where people should reach out to more people a lot. This is about to get really dark, but a lot of people commit during the holiday season because they feel unloved and like nobody realizes that they're not there. And so definitely, include people in whatever you're doing. I definitely think the little things matter with that stuff. I understand how it feels to, be in your own world and, not realize what's going on with other people. You can't read other people's minds, but just make sure you're including people and you're telling people, you love them and that you're there for them. Even if you don't think they're going through something, they may be. So just keep that in mind, and, you could save somebody's life by just sending them a text, asking them how they're doing. You never know what's going on with people. Especially during the holiday season, it's very stressful for everybody involved a lot of the times. It is also during the holiday season when it is very colder, a lot of accidents happen, and so a lot of people are going to the hospital. So just make sure everybody's being safe. Like when you're putting up Christmas lights, definitely be safe, Make sure somebody's holding your ladder. Make sure, you're steady and everything. everything like that. Make sure you're being safe with, extra safe with, cooking your turkey, deep frying it, stuff like that. A lot of stuff can happen, especially with people just getting like sick with like the flu or the cold. So, take precautions with that. I know that seems a little grim or, very deep. Usually I don't talk about like such important topics like that, but I felt like it was very important, especially for the time of year that this video is going to be posted. Obviously, I record my videos ahead of time, so yeah. But keep in mind, not everybody is having a blast, and that you could always help somebody without knowing it, even if it doesn't seem like it. So back to our regular scheduled program. Gifting doesn't have to be, about the money. It really doesn't. If you don't know what to get somebody, just say, hey, I didn't know what you would like more, this or this, and be like, I got you this because of blah blah blah. Like if you ask somebody like what they want like for Christmas and they're like, oh, I don't know, like what I would do is be like, what are some of your hobbies? Now if somebody asks me what I want for Christmas and I say yarn, because I love yarn. I won't lie, I love yarn. And it is so versatile. They could literally get some random yarn and I'll be like, I've never seen this before. Where did you get this? I also would like to point out that if somebody does not like your gift, please don't feel bad that they don't like your gift or anything like that. And don't be mad at them for not liking your gift or using your gift. They're probably just happy they got something. Like, a lot of people are like, well, they shouldn't have even got me a gift at all. I think that's very poor thinking and childish as well, and very unfair to the person who gave you the gift, who spent their money and or their time on it and thought of you. So just make sure you're being grateful. I would definitely suggest, telling people exactly what you want. If you want something in particular, or sending a link for something, don't be like, oh, get me whatever, I'll be happy with whatever. Don't do that if you really want something in particular, because that can cause a lot of confusion and everything like that. And I really think like with crocheting, like if you want something in particular, ask for it. And especially if you're asking a crocheter like to make you a Christmas gift, and they don't necessarily make you what you wanted, it's their work. I'm also on the side of, if I don't feel like making something crocheting wise, I will not make it. And I stand very firm with that. Somebody, I'm not going to name them, but they wanted me to make like this like art thing, and I like absolutely did not want to make that. I'm horrible at amigurumi. It had like amigurumi, like it was like a picture of a sea and like amigurumi things on it, and like it was crocheted like a picture, and I like was not going to do that. That was not worth my time, and I was not getting paid for it. And it was just like oh, like, will you make this for me as a gift? No, I'm sorry, but no. And I think if a crocheter says no to you, then it's definitely a hard no, or they're just saying no and then they'll make it. But don't always assume that, because probably 9 times out of 10 they are not going to make it for you if they say no. Like, I told my mom that I had already made her Christmas gift and that I wasn't gonna make that lap thing for her, but I am. I just haven't got around to it. I've been pretty busy with my Coraline sweater. So yeah, update on that. I'm making good progress on the first sleeve, and then I'm going to make the second sleeve, undo the other sleeve I did, and then make the back panel. So that's very nice. I love that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this crochet podcast. I'm so sorry I was not crocheting. Sorry it was a little dark. But I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from and take my advice during the holiday season. And I hope you guys will like and subscribe. And I love you guys. Bye, guys.